Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program, the Let's Play. We are going to be starting, as promised, the tourism missions over here, and we are going to set up a mission. I've got a little ship set up here with the three-man, the Mark 1-2 command pod. We're going to have Valentina piloting, and we're going to bring Tito along as a tourist. And we have the mission to bring him into orbit. It's got to be at least 75,000 meters above the ground. And he's got to be up there for 4 hours. So I'm actually tempted. What I think I'm going to do, so SAS turn on, full throttle, fix the staging right over here, and go. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to establish an orbit that's just over 100K. Hopefully we've got enough delta V for that. We should. This gravity turn can probably be fairly aggressive here, just because it's a pretty small little rocket, so it should be pretty hard to screw it up completely. Wow, we actually have a lot of thrust. We're gonna go supersonic a little early here. What was I saying? Yeah, we should have enough to go over 100,000 meters, and the reason I want to do that is because if you're below 100,000, you're limited. There we go, prograde lock. You're limited to times 50 speed, but if you're over 100, I think you can go to a times 100 speed, and if we've got to wait 4 hours over there, we can do that. So if we check the quest, there you go. So he needs to be on here. It's Tito. He's on there. He wants to be in orbit above 75,000, and there's a timer there of 4 hours. We've got to be there for 4 hours. He's paid his money. He knows what he wants. We can go to full throttle at this point, I'm sure. Gravity turn continues to go well. So if you get your first 10% properly, then you can just lock yourself to prograde, and it'll just basically turn on its own. You can make little adjustments if you're not happy with the numbers. I think, whoa, we are getting some heat effects. So let's bring it down to 2/3 first of all, and I can definitely turn a little bit more aggressively over here to bring stage to bring down the time to apoapsis. I'll just try to round it off. Stability assist only, please and thank you. And do this and start circularizing. We are still going to raise the apo. We're going to try to bring it up to just over 100. Actually, we could probably stop a little shy of 100, because when we circularize, there's a good chance we'll end up rising our apoapsis as well. But yeah, this should be okay. We're still in the atmosphere, but it's pretty thin at this point, so I'm not worried about burning 90 degrees like this. I'm feeling generally pretty good. How you doing, Tito? You enjoying the ride? Like them G-forces? It's very exciting. Hey, you paid your millions. I bet you that's Duna up ahead. I'll point that out to Tito. Actually, let's see what it's like from his point of view. Lots of buttons and things like that. I can, Oh, really? He can't operate equipment. That's very interesting. Apoapsis is rising. I'm going to wait until it gets to 100, and then we'll check out the view from Valentina's point of view then, since Tito can't even push a button. And very close. Still lots of delta V left in the tank. Yeah, okay, kill that. So we got a few minutes before, we got 4 minutes actually before we reach our apoapsis. So let's go ahead. IVA is Valentina. We got a hatch and stuff like that. I can pan around this way, but yeah, I can turn on these buttons. Boop, 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 boop. Autopilot controls. Oh, that's so cool. Sentence guidance, land somewhere, circularization. I'm assuming this plugs into MechJeb. Target management. Like, one of these days, I will do a flight entirely from here. So if I went down to circularize, and then, what's the enter key? Is it this? At next, apoapsis. Oh, now that's fucking cool. So it plans out the maneuver for us. Does it execute or just plan it for us? How do I read the maneuver from here? I'm totally doing this one day. Oh, I can zoom in and everything. Actually, geez, I should do more steering from here. When I'm doing docking, if I did a docking entirely from here, I bet you it would be easier than doing it outside. Burn is 6 seconds. Node in 3 minutes. So we plan that maneuver, but then what? Oh, there's extra buttons. All right, I really shouldn't mess around with this when I've got a passenger on board. It's like, hey, Tito, listen, I'm going to... Oh, I think you're on the other side of me, aren't you? Where are you? Oh, you're up there. There's more seats over there. Oh, there, I can see him. I can see him. Oh, that's cool. Let's hit C to get out of here. That is quite cool, though. Oh, Valentina can't aim to maneuver. That's interesting. I mean, the maneuver will basically be burn prograde at the right time. So let's go ahead and just fast forward to that. It's nice that it gives us a hint, though. Like, planning these maneuvers do help you know what your burn time will be. But you can see it's just going to be burn at prograde for about 6 seconds. So I will start it just 3 seconds shy now. And again, we're just trying to circularize. We're just going to pay attention to this number here. And a little more. Just going to bring it over 100. There we go. So first of all, I only needed 75k for the mission. So if we take a look over here, everything is checked. We do have to recover at some point, but now we've got the countdown timer. So let's turn off all the SAS, so we're not using any power whatsoever. I mean, we've got tons of electric charge in here. We've got no probe cores. We've got nothing in here that uses electricity at all. So if I go and time warp, oh, we need to get above 120. Oh, poo. Do I have enough fuel for that? Oh, I got lots. Because, yeah, that's going to take too long. So since I'm circular, effectively every place is both the peri and the apo in a sense. Wherever I burn is going to become the periapsis. So let's go. Oh, all right, that brought up my apo quite quickly. So let's loop to, or spin to the apo over here. Raise our peri above 120. There we go, just so we can get faster time warp. Okay, that's good. Face prograde for me. Thank you, Valentina. And burn, and there we go. All right. Yeah, wow, it's really not taking much. Turn off the SAS again, and that's not it. I want to keep the mission up here. And time warp. Okay, times 100 is going to be plenty. How exciting, you guys, huh? And Tito, I hope you're enjoying it. Look how lovely everything looks. Can we, do we have a window? Let's take a look at Tito. So he can't EVA either. He does have a window. Oh, man. Yeah, see, I would pay... Well, he's only paying like 30,000 Kerbal bucks, although 30,000 Kerbal bucks is enough to put a spaceship into space. So, you know, it's probably more like 30 million. If I had the money, man, oh man, would I pay to go into space. Look at that. Yeah, like you're looking down at the planet. Yeah, there's no one in the other seat, which is kind of interesting. You can't really control what seats get occupied. It looks like the bottom one gets picked first, and then one on the right, and then third person gets that one. And Tito's not allowed to touch anything. Advanced flight instruments for every occasion. And then the moon. Like, man, every time I play Kerbal Space Program, it's just a new thing. But I'm trying to put myself in the state of mind of Tito over here. He's looking at Kerbin down below us, you know, his home, the cradle of Kerbal kind, then looks at the right and sees Minmus, this thing that overhangs. Wait a minute, that's no moon. Overhangs are your planet since, you know, the beginning of recorded Kerbin history. Just wonderful. All right, let's time warp. We'll give him, he's got 3 hours left. Yeah, and what window he's gonna have to look at keeps changing. Oh, look at that. It feels like we're going so low, but of course we're not. And then he's got nothing, but then you can see the moon again. So there's always something going on. I mean, we could be doing all kinds of rotations and stuff. Moon, Kerbin, it's gonna come back around here. But you know what? It's fine. Just sit back, and the view keeps updating for you. Oh, now that's beautiful. The moon's set. 2 hours left. I think he's getting his money's worth. The Grand Tour. Oh, we got this. We got the clock going as well. Our orbital speed. I am so going to be doing some IVA flights in here at some point. I got to figure out. Oh, we probably just passed over one of those weird tundra biomes that's like 1 pixel there. Just fast forward through that. Oh, hang on. No, shores. Yeah. Kind of annoying. I suppose I could turn off the pause for the new biome pop-up, but I don't know, I quite like it. At this point, though, maybe it's not as important as it was early on. Actually, now that I think about it, kind of makes a lot of sense. We got an hour and a half left, Tito. Yeah, I know you have to go to the bathroom. You can't. Well, you can go in your suit. That's okay. All right, let's, yeah, see that tundra? Well, I was going to say, let's mess with some of these screens, but no, we're time warping. I'll have to mess with the screens off screen and figure out how they work. And yeah, at some point do a purely IVA flight. Like from launch to everything. How epic would that be? Very. That's how epic it would be. Alright. Still going. Yep. 45 minutes left. Once the timer goes to 0, we'll just give ourselves a retro blast and then head back down. Yeah, just some glitched tundra biomes with this release, or maybe it's been there forever, I don't know. Fast forward. Stop showing me them. 15 minutes left. 10. Enjoy the last few minutes. And be ready for re-entry, Tito. It's going to be one hell of a ride. And that's it. Okay. Now we just have to recover him. So, let's can I, if I hit... Okay. I wonder if there's a way to change who I'm controlling from inside. There must be. I set the throttle? Ah! That's great. I wonder, what does that light mean? AD, I'm not sure. Okay, we can do this from inside. It's fine. Celestial, what other pop-ups do you have? Engine igniter, vessel view. That's a mod. Yeah, we'd have to get that. So we got the autopilot. We've got that. It would be nice if we could get our like fuel status display in here. I think that might be vessel view, and we might get some of that. I'm gonna have to install that mod next time. Is there a button in here to toggle the SAS? I mean, I can hit. Oh, okay. They're not labeled. One of these might be retro hold, but that's okay. All right, let's go and burn retro. Use up all our fuel. Oof. It's shaky. It's shaky. All right, we are now suborbital. We are going to come in for a landing. We'll burn everything we've got. High G. Oh my god, that's cool. What does AD mean? I don't know. All right. Good enough. So, one of these buttons is probably the stage button, although I don't know what it is. Stage is green. Okay, I think people have made third-party command modules that are really good for IVAs. I might have to install a mod just to do that, just to get, like, just labeled buttons and stuff would be nice. Yeah, we're going to have to pop out of here just to make sure this maneuver goes okay. I quite like to face prograde for this and then leave the thing behind me. Yeah, we really could have burned... Here, I'll burn off the rest. There's no reason not to burn off everything. Nice lighting. Sun. I did have engine light mod added at some point. It looked really cool to have light there, but it tended to make weird shadows, and like it didn't look quite right in the end. Maybe because I had to enable some OpenGL modes and stuff to make the environment pack work. Okay, jettison this behind us. Good. Face retrograde. Speed up. As soon as we enter the atmosphere, it'll slow us down. There it is. We actually skipped like 1,000 K or so. Now I can physics warp. It'll keep us pointing roughly retrograde, even more accurately if we switch to surface mode. And soon we'll then, there we go, get some atmospheric effects. It looks like we'll probably land in this water, especially since we will be opening our chute at some point. I'm going to wait for the fire effects to go. It's so nice. Oh, and the moon is setting behind us. How cool is that? And then probably physics warp just until we're about 1,000 meters above the water. There we go. Just wait for the Mach effects to go. All right. And a little more. Okay. Let's go ahead and deploy the chute. Nice big one at 500. It should expand completely. There it is. Woof! Big G-forces there. And let's go and time warp, or physics warp down. So it's only bringing us down to 8 and change meters per second. I think the capsule can handle 12 meters per second. I hope so. I really hope so. And touchdown. Oh. Really? We don't have an EVA or crew report from the shores? Okay, where's the hatch? There. So turn off the SAS. I'm out of electric charge. Oh, shoot. I accidentally left SAS on the entire time. That was a mistake. Because we burned all electric charge on the way down. That, I'm terribly sorry. Because now I can't rotate. I can take a crew report. No, not the water. But I'm not going to EVA with that there. especially not with a tourist on board. So we'll go ahead and recover our vessel, and that mission should be completed, giving us some extra cash money. Not much, but this was a pretty easy flight. One thing I didn't pay attention to is there's probably a way to like make this as cheap as possible. For most of our flights, I haven't cared about the price as long as I could afford it. But for these tourist flights, since they are about making money, I should really try to get things as much as efficient as possible. So we completed a contract. Oh, we got $100,000 for that. Excellent. We might have gotten an advance for it as well. We did recover a stage, 70% value from that, so that's all right. Let's take a look. We must have more tourist mission. No. Science data from the surface of Duna. We have that. Transmit or recover from the surface. It's worth a lot. Well, I'm going to accept. We got 24 years to do it. We will... I'm actually wasn't sure if I was planning on landing on Duna again. But that's a lot of money to land on Duna again. And considering we can do that, I will go ahead and accept that contract. Build a new orbital station on Kerbal. I already have one. Kind of don't want to build another one. Build one in solar orbit. That is worth a lot of money. See, the solar orbit, everything I have to do to build a station around Kerbal, I can do the solar orbit. All it requires is that we reach escape velocity from Kerbal itself, and then it'll be in solar orbit. And that is worth a lot more money. Tell you what, I'm going to cancel this one. Seismic readings. I don't know how far away. I got to go to 3 sites. It's not bad. Okay, it's all in one area. And then there's 3 sites in the one area. And then plant a flag on Duna. Oh my god, 300,000 to plant a flag on Duna. Yeah, okay, we're going to take that. We're going back down to Duna. Build a surface outpost on Duna. $1 million! $1 million. Tell you what, we'll just crash land our current ship, and then that'll work, right? Wow. Wow. Rescue another Kerbal. Actually, these rescue missions are nice to get people. Oh, that's a lot of money. Wait. Oh, from around Minmus. That's probably very doable. It expires in 10 years, so we can take it. I can run as many missions as I want right now. Expires in 28 years. Sure. Explore Gilly. I want to. We got orbit, space, land, transmit. Gilly is the moon of Eve. God, that's a ton of money. Now, we don't actually have to land a Kerbal there. We can just land a probe. We never have to even get it back. We don't have to recover it. That will be a good one for a little rover that can transmit data back. Okay, we will build a rover to go to Gilly. I'm going to take this mission because I don't have one for a surface outpost anywhere. It doesn't expire for 35 years. Gives us lots of money up front. That's fine. You know what? I'm going to take this mission. No, I was going to say, and just do it not recorded. I'm going to skip it. See if it gives us something else. Investigate the pyramids. Yeah, I did one of these. Investigate the control tower one. And the waypoints didn't actually work out. The position I had to be for the control tower was like 100 meters off to the side and up in the air. So I don't know if it's a glitch because of one of the mods I have or whatever. So all over the solar system, there's a bunch of like cool anomalies that you can check out, and it's just neat to see. But one of my mods added the ability, like these missions, to prompt you to go see them. But they're sort of glitchy and weird. That's in flight. No. Landed. There we go. I'll take that. That's some easy money. And then we'll complete that. So I'll do some of this stuff, some of the those easy little contracts, maybe between missions or between episodes. I'm waiting for the next tourism contract to come up, so I'm surprised that hasn't gotten there. What do we want to do? See, like the orbital station around the sun. We've done 2 stations now. In fact, I actually have a 3rd one around the moon that I did behind the scenes. So I could just do this one. Because there's nothing. I'd use my exact same build. Everything that went to Duna, I'll use the exact same configuration, just have it on Escape of Kerbal, and not actually give it enough juice to get to Duna. Just as soon as it's escaped Kerbal, it's done. It's in solar orbit. This stuff, if we go back to Duna, I'll probably have to see that. Science from there. I don't know about the surface outpost. We're going to leave it for now. I could do the rescue off screen too. You guys have seen a rescue. Going to Minmus isn't a particularly huge deal. We could potentially do more science in orbit of Minmus. We might even do like some more landing. At this point, well, no, I do still need more science. Yeah. Return to Corbin from the orbit of Duna. Crazy. All right, folks. We will have to continue this next time. Bye-bye.